Carl Jung's philosophy offers a profound and expansive understanding of the human experience, touching upon deep psychological truths, spiritual wisdom, and transformative power. At its core, Jung's work explores the incredible potential inherent in every human being, the potential to change, evolve, and become more fully ourselves. Jung didn't just study the mind, he sought to understand the very essence of the human soul and its journey toward wholeness, integration, and self-realization. When Jung said, "We are what we choose to become," he was speaking to the incredible power of choice in shaping our lives. This statement is rooted in the idea that we are not passive observers of our own existence, nor are we defined solely by our past experiences or inherited patterns. We possess an innate ability to make conscious decisions that determine the course of our lives, not just in the moment, but in the grand arc of our journey. The power of the unconscious mind. Jung's work on the unconscious is crucial for understanding the full scope of his philosophy. He recognized that much of our behavior, thoughts, and emotions are influenced by unconscious forces that we aren't always aware of. But unlike Sigmund Freud, who focused on the personal unconscious filled with repressed memories and desires, Jung took a broader view, introducing the concept of the collective unconscious. The personal unconscious is what holds our personal experiences, memories, repressed thoughts, and desires. It includes things we've forgotten, suppressed, or never fully processed. But it is in the collective unconscious that Jung uncovered the real depth of human psychology. The collective unconscious holds archetypes, universal symbols, and motifs that are shared across humanity and across time. These archetypes, such as the hero, the shadow, the anima, animus, and the wise old man, woman, are powerful forces that shape the way we experience and interact with the world. These archetypes are not just theoretical constructs. They are living, dynamic energies within us. They represent universal human experiences and challenges. When we engage with these archetypes, consciously or unconsciously, we are participating in the great human story. Jung saw these patterns as deep currents that run beneath the surface of our individual lives and connect us all, regardless of culture or background. This is the first step to realizing that we are not isolated beings, but part of something much larger. One of Jung's most revolutionary ideas was the concept of the shadow, the hidden part of our personality that we tend to repress or deny. The shadow contains our fears, our flaws, our destructive tendencies, and those aspects of ourselves that we consider unacceptable or shameful. Yet, Jung believed that the shadow is not the enemy. It is the part of us that holds immense power and transformative potential. When we fail to confront and integrate our shadow, we live in a state of fragmentation, out of touch with our true selves. Our suppressed traits can manifest in negative ways, like projection, where we see our own darkness reflected in others, or in destructive patterns that repeat in our lives. However, when we turn toward the shadow, we begin to reclaim these repressed aspects of ourselves. By doing so, we not only become more authentic, but we also unlock hidden strengths. In fact, the shadow is often where our greatest potential resides. It is in embracing the darkness, our fears, our vulnerabilities, and our mistakes, that we can transform our lives. Jung's concept of individuation is at the heart of his philosophy. Individuation is the process by which we become fully ourselves, when we integrate the conscious and unconscious aspects of our psyche into a harmonious whole. It's a lifelong journey that involves recognizing, embracing, and balancing the various parts of our personality, including those we might have rejected or overlooked. Individuation requires us to confront the mysteries of the unconscious, which Jung believed could lead us to the self, our true, unified essence. This is not about achieving perfection or eliminating our flaws, but about accepting all aspects of ourselves and integrating them into a balanced, whole identity. The self is not a fixed state, but a dynamic, ever-evolving realization of who we are at the deepest level. Through individuation, we come to understand that we are not defined by external circumstances or roles. We are not merely the sum of our memories or experiences. Instead, we are living symbols, always evolving and growing. The more we move toward the self, the more we align with our unique purpose and potential. Archetypes and symbols are the language of the unconscious. Jung believed that symbols, whether they appear in dreams, myths, or even everyday life, carry profound meaning and offer guidance on our journey of transformation. These symbols, which arise from the collective unconscious, point to universal truths about the human experience. They speak to us in a language that bypasses the rational mind, speaking directly to the deep, intuitive part of ourselves. When we engage with archetypes and symbols, whether consciously or through dreams, art, or rituals, we are engaging in a dialogue with the unconscious. This interaction can catalyze psychological and spiritual growth, helping us to understand our inner conflicts, desires, and potentials. For instance, the hero's journey, a motif that appears in countless myths and stories, reflects the human quest for self-realization. It is the path of the individual who ventures into the unknown, faces trials, and returns transformed. Jung also believed that the images in our dreams and the mythic structures that recur throughout our lives are not arbitrary. They are guides, helping us to make sense of our inner world and navigate the external one. By paying attention to the symbols in our dreams and consciously engaging with them, we can gain deeper insights into our unconscious processes and move toward greater integration. Jung saw a profound correlation between the universe and the human psyche. He believed that the cosmos and the individual mind are not separate, but reflections of one another. The microcosm, the individual, and the macrocosm, the universe, mirror each other, and the same laws that govern the cosmos govern the human mind. In this view, the universe is not just a random, chaotic space. It is a living, dynamic force that mirrors our inner world, offering us the opportunity to engage with cosmic forces. This perspective opens up the idea that we are not just passive observers of the universe. We are active participants in it. The way we see the world reflects the way we see ourselves. The process of change and transformation is not linear or straightforward. It is a constant dance between opposites, much like the dualities found in nature: light and darkness, creation and destruction, order and chaos. These opposites are not in conflict, but are complementary forces that must be balanced. Transformation arises from the integration of these opposing energies. Central to Jung's philosophy is the idea that we have the power to choose. Life is not a fixed script, but a canvas awaiting our decisions. This is where we come full circle to his statement: we are what we choose to become. Change begins with a shift in perspective, a conscious decision to break free from old patterns and step into the unknown. Our choices, while often influenced by the unconscious, are always rooted in our awareness and will. This power of choice is transformative. It is not about denying the forces of the unconscious, but about learning to engage with them consciously. By making empowered choices, whether it's facing the shadow, embracing vulnerability, or following our dreams, we shape our identity, and by extension, our world. Jung's vision is that of infinite potential and growth. Each person carries the possibility for transformation, for a profound shift in how they experience the world and themselves. The universe, with its mysteries and symbols, is an endless mirror reflecting the depths of the unconscious mind. And in the depths of our being lies the power to change, to evolve, to embrace both the light and the dark, and to move toward wholeness. Through individuation, shadow work, and the conscious engagement with the unconscious, we are invited into a life of endless transformation. The journey is not always easy. It involves facing our fears, our weaknesses, and the unknown. But it is through this confrontation and integration that we come to know the most powerful truth. We are the creators of our own destiny. By choosing to confront and integrate the unconscious, we can tap into the infinite wisdom of the collective unconscious, transforming not only ourselves but the world around us. Through this journey of transformation, we realize that the ultimate truth of life is not about the pursuit of perfection or avoiding darkness, but about embracing the full spectrum of human experience and realizing the boundless potential that resides within us all. We are not mere victims of fate. We are co-creators of the universe,